Have you ever thought about what it would be like if everything you touched turned into ice? Could you survive in such a situation? That's exactly what happened to the main character of today's story. So, let's dive in and see what happened next. The movie begins with a scene of some people breaking ice to sell it. Among them, we see a young boy named Kristoff and his pet reindeer, Sven. Meanwhile, in a grand castle, two little princesses are introduced. The elder sister Elsa and the younger sister Anna. The two sisters loved each other deeply. Elsa was born with magical powers. Anything she touched turned into ice. With just a thought, she could cover the entire world in snow. Her magic could create an eternal winter that would never end. The sisters loved playing in the snow. One day, while they were playing, a wave of Elsa's magic accidentally hit Anna. Little Anna fell to the ground, unconscious. Elsa panicked, not knowing what to do. She quickly called for their parents, the king and queen. The king and queen rushed Anna to a group of mystical creatures called the trolls. These small, identical beings had the ability to heal any illness. Upon seeing Anna, they immediately realized that Elsa's magic had affected her brain. The trolls assured the king and queen that they could heal Anna this time, but they warned that Elsa needed to learn to control her powers as soon as possible. If her magic ever hit Anna's heart, it would be fatal. The only solution was for Elsa to gain complete control over her powers. The king and queen promised the trolls that they would help Elsa master her magic as she grew older. But there was another problem. If the people of the kingdom ever found out about Elsa's powers, they might accuse her of being a witch and harm her. To protect Elsa, the king and queen decided to hide her from the world. Elsa was locked in a room, away from everyone, including her beloved sister Anna. She spent most of her childhood alone in that room, trying to suppress her powers. Despite countless attempts, Elsa couldn't control her magic. Instead, her powers grew stronger and more dangerous over time. Outside, Anna longed for her sister. She would call for Elsa, but the door always remained shut. One day, tragedy struck. While traveling abroad for royal duties, the king and queen were caught in a massive storm at sea. They never returned. Now, the responsibility of the entire kingdom fell on the shoulders of the two sisters. Anna worried endlessly about her sister. She wondered how they would manage such a vast kingdom together when Elsa had spent her whole life in isolation. Years passed like this. Finally, the day came when Elsa was to be crowned queen. The entire kingdom was filled with joy. After many years, the castle gates were going to open. Anna was overjoyed too. She woke up early, dressed beautifully, and prepared to see her sister after so long. But Elsa was filled with fear. She kept thinking, what if I touch something during the coronation? What if it freezes? What if everyone finds out about my magic? Meanwhile, Anna wandered through the open streets of the kingdom, savoring the newfound freedom and joy. At that moment, Anna meets a prince named Hans. Hans falls in love with her at first sight. He tries to talk to her, but in the middle of their conversation, Anna remembers that she needs to return to the castle immediately. She leaves Hans behind and rushes back. Meanwhile, the ceremony in the castle had already started. People from all over the kingdom had gathered there. Finally, Elsa's coronation takes place, and the crown is placed on her head. She is now the queen. But then comes the moment when she must perform some rituals. The problem arises when, as soon as she touches anything, it freezes instantly. Elsa quickly steps back and puts on her gloves to hide her powers. After the ceremony, Anna meets Elsa. She is so excited that she can barely speak at first. Calming herself down, she says, "Isn't this moment beautiful? We're seeing each other after so many years." The event was attended by notable guests from various kingdoms. Many of them were interested in starting business ventures with Elsa. To build rapport, one of the kings takes Anna's hand and invites her to dance. While dancing, Anna spots Hans among the crowd. She leaves the dance and goes to him. The two of them spend the entire night talking and laughing. It's safe to say Anna has fallen head over heels in love with Hans. In her excitement, she rushes to Elsa and declares, "I want to marry Hans as soon as possible." But Elsa immediately refuses and says, "How can you trust a stranger so quickly? You only met him today." Anna tries to convince her sister, but in the process, she accidentally pulls off one of Elsa's gloves. Even then, Elsa sternly says, "This marriage cannot happen, and I will not allow it." Frustrated, Anna shouts, "You can't stop me. I will marry Hans no matter what." Hearing this, Elsa turns around in anger. In that moment, her emotions unleash her powers, and the entire hall freezes. Everyone now knows about Elsa's magic. The royals present at the event begin whispering, calling Elsa a witch. Anna shouts, "No, my sister is not a witch." But Elsa is heartbroken. Unable to bear the situation, she flees the castle. Wherever she goes, frost and snow follow her path. She heads towards the North Mountain, far away from everyone. Back at the castle, Anna gathers everyone and says, "We must bring my sister back at any cost." Ever since she left, our entire kingdom has been trapped in an eternal winter. This endless cold will never end unless Elsa returns. Anna leaves the castle and entrusts the kingdom to Prince Hans. Hans promises her that he will take care of everything. Determined to find Elsa, Anna embarks on a long journey. She travels far but cannot find her sister. Meanwhile, Elsa is still on the run, playing freely with her powers for the first time. Eventually, she uses her magic to create an extraordinary ice castle. With repeated use, she becomes more confident and skilled with her powers. Overjoyed, she exclaims, "My powers are incredible. I never knew I was capable of so much. I don't need anyone in my life now. I'll stay here alone, using my powers however I want." And so, Elsa begins living in her magnificent ice castle. On the other hand, Anna continues her search for her sister. Along the way, she falls into a freezing river and gets drenched. Nearby, she spots a small shop and enters, hoping to find warm clothes. There, she meets a boy named Kristoff, the same Kristoff we saw at the beginning of the story. His entire body is covered in frost, as his job involves harvesting and selling ice. Kristoff was thrilled that snow was falling during summer. However, he didn't have enough money to buy the equipment he needed to sell ice. The shopkeeper, annoyed, threw Kristoff out of the store. While talking to Kristoff outside, Anna learns that the snowstorm is coming from the north. She immediately assumes that only Kristoff can help her find her sister. So she buys some necessary supplies from the shop and approaches Kristoff. Anna says, "I'll gift you a cart for your ice business. In return, I need your help to make this eternal winter stop. But for that, you'll have to come with me to the northern mountains." Kristoff initially refuses. However, his loyal reindeer Sven convinces him to go. Finally, Kristoff and Anna set out for the north together. On the way, Anna explains everything to Kristoff, how she fell in love with Prince Hans in just one day, and how her sister Elsa, disapproving of their relationship, ran away. After hearing everything, Kristoff replies, "Your sister Elsa did the right thing. You can't just marry someone on a whim." As they were talking, they notice a pack of wolves chasing them. Kristoff urges Sven to run faster, but the wolves keep gaining on them. Kristoff, experienced in handling such situations, quickly devises a plan. He lifts Anna onto Sven's back and sends them down the slope. Meanwhile, he jumps onto the cart himself. However, as he lands, the cart falls into a deep ravine and explodes. Anna struggles, but eventually pulls Kristoff up from the cliffside. Despite being saved, Kristoff is furious because his cart, his last possession, is now destroyed. Frustrated, he tells Anna that he won't go with her anymore. With no other choice, Anna decides to continue searching for her sister alone and ventures deep into the forest. Kristoff, however, grows increasingly worried about Anna's safety. Fearing she might face danger in the dense forest, he changes his mind and follows her. As they approach the northern mountains, they encounter a cheerful snowman named Olaf. Anna asks Olaf if he has seen Queen Elsa or knows the way to the northern mountains. Olaf responds enthusiastically, "Yes, I know the way to the northern mountains, and I really want to see summer. I've never experienced it before." Anna and Kristoff exchange amused glances because they know Olaf, being made of snow, would melt in the summer. Olaf, however, continues dreaming aloud about enjoying summer, blissfully unaware of what it might mean for him. Meanwhile, back in the kingdom, Hans is busy helping the citizens survive the harsh winter. Suddenly, Anna's horse returns to the castle without her. Seeing the horse alone, Hans realizes that Anna must be in trouble. He declares, "I'm going to find Anna. I need a few brave men to come with me." Elsewhere, Anna struggles to climb a steep mountain alone. The path is too challenging, and Kristoff suggests, "Let's find another way." Olaf then points out a hidden staircase. Together, they climb up the icy steps and finally reach a magnificent ice castle. The moment Anna sees the castle, she knows it's Elsa's creation. She turns to Kristoff and says, "I need to go in alone. Let me talk to my sister first." As Anna enters the castle, she is awestruck by its beauty. She calls out for Elsa, her voice echoing through the icy halls. When Elsa appears, Anna pleads with her to return to the kingdom. She explains how their homeland has been frozen and only Elsa can end this eternal winter. Elsa, however, insists, "You're wrong. I can't control the winter." Anna tries to convince Elsa to come back, but Elsa refuses. In the meantime, Kristoff and Olaf enter the castle. Elsa, overwhelmed by her guilt and fear, tells Anna, "I don't want you to be a part of my chaotic life. Please, just leave." But Anna refuses to go without her sister, determined to bring her back no matter what. Elsa couldn't control her anger. To force Anna to leave, she created a giant snow monster named Marshmallow. The monster started chasing them, and Kristoff managed to drag Anna out of the castle. Even after running far away, the monster didn't stop pursuing them. As they were fleeing, they almost fell off a cliff. At that moment, the monster grabbed their rope and began pulling them back up. In a desperate move, Anna cut the rope, and they fell straight to the bottom of the cliff. Kristoff asked Anna, "Did Elsa agree to come back?" Anna replied, "No, I couldn't convince her at all." Meanwhile, Anna's health started deteriorating. Kristoff realized that Elsa's magic had affected Anna, but he didn't know how to fix it. Elsewhere, Elsa was deeply troubled by her powers. Kristoff decided to take Anna to his home. When they arrived, Anna discovered a group of trolls. To her surprise, Kristoff's family were trolls. At first, Anna thought they were just rocks, but slowly those rocks transformed into trolls. The trolls assumed Anna was Kristoff's girlfriend. They even started preparing for their wedding. Kristoff tried to explain, No, it's not like that. We're just good friends." Amid all this, Anna's condition worsened, and she fainted. The leader of the trolls arrived and examined Anna. He said, "Her heart has been struck by terrible magic. She may never recover." Kristoff, desperate, asked, "Isn't there any way to save her?" The leader replied, "There is one way, true love. If she doesn't receive true love, she cannot be saved." Hearing this, Anna and Kristoff both thought of Hans. Meanwhile, Hans had reached Elsa's castle while searching for Anna. But Marshmallow, the giant snow monster, didn't let him enter. Hans and his men fought the monster and eventually made their way inside. Hans confronted Elsa and said, "If you keep using your powers like this, people will start believing you're truly a witch. Honestly, I don't think you can ever be a good queen. Please, listen to me and return to the kingdom." Elsa, reluctantly, agreed. But just then, her castle started collapsing, and Elsa fainted. When she regained consciousness, she found herself imprisoned in her own kingdom's dungeon. Hans came to see her and said, "Don't worry, you'll get better soon, and you'll be able to leave this place." Elsa asked about Anna. Hans replied, "Anna isn't here. I searched for her but couldn't find her." Meanwhile, Kristoff was taking Anna back to the kingdom. He had started to fall deeply in love with her and was determined to save her life. Kristoff brought Anna to the castle and handed her over to the castle staff, saying, "Take her to Hans as soon as possible." The staff quickly wrapped Anna in warm clothes and placed her near a fire. Anna told Hans how Elsa's magic had accidentally struck her, and how only true love could save her. Pretending to care, Hans leaned in to kiss her. But at the last moment, he started laughing and said, "It was all my plan. I'm one of 13 siblings. Back in my kingdom, I'll never become king. That's why I tricked a foolish girl like you to take over this kingdom. Elsa has already fled and you'll soon die. I'll rule this kingdom now." Hans extinguished the fire, locked Anna in a dark room, and went outside to announce, "Anna is dead." He declared, "I tried everything to save her, but I couldn't. Her death is Elsa's fault. But before Anna died, she made me her husband. That makes me the new king." Hans ordered the people, "Capture Elsa and execute her immediately." The people set out to find and kill Elsa. However, Elsa had already escaped from her prison. Meanwhile, Kristoff, worried about Anna, looked back and saw a snowstorm raging over the castle. Realizing that Anna must be in danger, Kristoff rushed back to the castle with his reindeer. Meanwhile, Anna's condition worsened, and Olaf entered her room. Anna revealed Hans's betrayal to Olaf. Olaf quickly lit a fire and sat Anna close to it to keep her warm. He said, "We need to leave this place as soon as possible." Olaf had already realized who Anna's true love was. It was none other than Kristoff. With great effort, Olaf managed to get Anna out of the castle. Together, they set out to find Kristoff. But by then, a massive snowstorm had started. On the other side, Kristoff was already making his way toward the castle. Amid the storm, Elsa was running away when she encountered Hans. Hans coldly told Elsa, "Your sister is dead. I tried everything to save her, but your magic made it impossible." Hearing this, Elsa broke down completely. She blamed herself for Anna's death and fell to the ground, crying. As she wept, the snowstorm began to subside. Meanwhile, Kristoff spotted Anna in the distance. Anna, struggling, moved toward him with all her strength. Not far away, Elsa was sitting on the ground, crying. From behind, Hans approached her with the intention of killing her. Seeing this, Anna ran to protect her sister, and in doing so, completely froze into solid ice. Hans's sword shattered upon striking Anna and flew far away. When Elsa turned around, she saw that Anna had sacrificed herself to save her. Elsa ran to her frozen sister and held her tightly, crying out in despair. By then, Kristoff and Olaf had arrived. They watched in amazement as Anna slowly began to thaw. Olaf exclaimed, "This is true love. Anna and Elsa's love for each other is real." Elsa realized that true love was the key to controlling her magic. With this newfound understanding, she used her magic to completely melt the eternal winter over the kingdom. At that moment, Anna stood face to face with Hans. With one powerful punch, she knocked him out and sent him away. The visiting merchants from the neighboring kingdoms had their business contracts canceled because they had supported the idea of killing Elsa. Later, Anna fulfilled her promise to Kristoff. She gifted him a brand new cart and kissed him lovingly. As for Olaf, he would have melted in the summer heat. But Elsa used her magic to create a magical snow cloud over Olaf's head, ensuring he would never melt. Everyone in the kingdom lived happily ever after. Elsa would sometimes create winter for the people to enjoy. They would skate on the ice and celebrate together. Elsa and Anna cherished their time together and truly enjoyed their lives. And with that, this beautiful movie comes to an end. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to stay connected. That's all for today. Goodbye.